Back, police are investigating the alleged drowning of a 56-year-old American male on Tuesday on Grand Bahama. Preliminary reports reveal that shortly after 10 a.m. while snorkeling with family members in the area of Bell Channel Canal, the victim began to experience difficulties breathing. As a result, he was retrieved from the water and transported to the Rand Memorial Hospital, where he was seen and examined by a doctor who pronounced him dead. Again, investigations continue there. On Tuesday, the corruption trial of Long Island Member of Parliament Adrian Gibson saw another delay. Mr. Gibson and his co-accused appeared before Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson for the continuation of their trial. However, no evidence was taken because the court is hearing legal arguments in the jury's absence. The jury is set to return on Friday, June 30th, when the case will continue. Mr. Gibson faces charges of corruption in relation to the awarding of questionable contracts by the Water and Sewage Corporation while he served as executive chairman during the Minnis administration. Minister of Labor and Immigration Keith Bell continues to come under fire from members of the public, former politicians, and now Lincoln Bain, leader of the Coalition of Independents, who says his party will be at the House of Assembly next Wednesday to demand Minister Bell's resignation after he presented a Haitian woman and her 2 children citizenship documents during a funeral service over the weekend. Mr. Bain claims Minister Bell has broken the law.
As a Bahamian citizen, I am annoyed and disturbed. I am angered at what has transpired in the Ministry of Immigration in this country. We have received a message from Keith Bell, the Minister of Immigration, which is his response saying that he did his act based on compassion. He was trying to help someone who was dying. And we know that this person was a partner of Luby George's, and he did a favor. So this is not how government is supposed to work. He is saying that the gentleman recently got his citizenship, and based on that, his wife was getting citizenship and the 2 children. He said it was not a treasonous act because the 2 children were born in the Bahamas. Here's the problem with that. If his wife is getting citizenship based on the husband just recently getting citizenship, then that is unlawful, because she should first get a spousal permit. If any organic Bahamian marries a foreigner, they will first get a spousal permit, and then later that can move on to further status. But she did not get a spousal permit, she got citizenship. There is nothing in our law that permits what he did. And of course, he admitted that there's nothing in the law that permits what he was doing, but he was doing it anyway.
Names like Shad Colley and the VIP band, Ebony 242, Nishi LS, and this goes on. The public will also be able to enjoy activities like rake and scrape, dancing, competition, climbing the greasy pole, plaiting of the maypole, crab catching competition, kids corner, and the limbo competition. We invite all to come out to enjoy our festival this year.
Mr. Bain says in addition to the wife being granted citizenship illegally, the 2 children were also granted citizenship illegally because they were not made to wait until the age of 18 to apply, as the law requires. Former Immigration Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Brent Simonet also calling for Minister Bell's resignation. Meanwhile, Mr. Bain is calling on Bahamians who agree with the Coalition of Independents to support them in their push for Minister Bell's resignation when they get to Parliament Square next Wednesday.
He should be fired immediately. And we're calling on all of you to join us next week, Wednesday, the 5th of July, to demand that he step down, because this is not the only time that we're told that he has done this. At the Carmichael Road branch meeting, he has done similar acts. This is not just an act he did for a dying man. This has been happening. Bahamas, our nation is for sale, and we must stand up.
Meantime, Minister Bell has explained that the family had a right to citizenship and that the cabinet had already approved the spouse and children for citizenship before the husband's passing. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.